Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Akirash here. Um, so, I woke up to hearing some news that there's more footage released in the Nintendo Treehouse Live um, for Metroid Prime 2, or not 2, Prime 4 Switch 2 edition, which that Freudian slip is funny because if that even counts as one, just because myself and others have like gotten a lot of Prime 2 vibes from from Prime 4, and all the more so for me because unfortunately there is a little bit of this that I already have seen, um, which is the quick draw moment between Samus and Silex, which, you know, Silex misses and Samus lands the first blow, which, and, you know, knocks him to the floor, which is a little disappointing considering how badass and propped up his entrance was. I mean, I'm sure like the actual fight is going to be like, you know, he's still going to be respected by the end of the game, I reckon. But, you know, still a few things. Like, you know, first of all, we all know that Samus is going to beat him eventually, right? Another is he only got hit because he would, like, he lost the quick draw. You know, if he had hit her, it might have gone the other way, right? And also the third thing is, bear in mind, it is still pretty unusual for an opponent to whoop Samus, which is why, like, the first encounter with Ravenbeak is so shocking to Metroid fans, because they're like, what? That has never happened before. I mean, the closest thing to that would be, like, well, like, not never happened before, but, like, it so rarely happens. Like, you know, the SAX, like, you're not supposed to encounter you're not supposed to run into that. Or another instance in Prime 3, she shows up, like, Deus Ex Machina, while they're trying to destroy the seed that's coming, and she just blasts them all to the floor and sends them all into a coma. Like, before Ravenbeak, that was like the first time, like, canonically, like, the SAX beat whooping Samus isn't really canonical because, well, if she did, then Samus would be dead. But as far as canonical, like, whoopage is concerned, Dark Samus, like, the first time before Ravenbeak would have been that part when Dark Samus shows up. And that was her second game. That wasn't her first game, but... Well, this is also Silex's, like, this isn't his first game either, but... Anyway. It does bother me a little bit, but I'm not going to let it bother me that much, because it is still cool. It is still a cool, like, quick draw moment, but... And, well, it just happened that Sammy won it. But anyway, let's watch this whole thing. Oh, gosh. And, like, when I saw how extensive this was, I'm like, I've got to see this. Okay.
Beginning, so it is the Cosmic Gear 20X. No, I'm not gonna.
Oh, my. Hang on. It is Cosmic Gear 20X9, determined to defeat Samus and the Galactic Federation. Silex and his army of space pirates launched a series of attacks on Federation research facilities. He's going against the facilities specifically.
What you're going to see is that this is a research facility for the
Galactic Space
Federation.
Warrior.
It's being attacked by space pirates.
It is believed the space pirates are being controlled by Metroids that have the ability to fuse with other life forms and control their minds. What? That's new. When has that become a thing? Wow. Now I see what somebody in the Prime Hunters Discord was talking about. Yeah, or I was just thinking because the person was like, "Oh, please don't let it end up like that Silex gets fused with a Metroid," and I'm just like, "What?" And then with this in mind, I'm just thinking of how Ravenbeak, like he finally gets defeated by Samus, but then he gets taken by an X, which is still a it's still a fitting end for him.
Answering their call, and this is what's pretty much going to be the beginning of the gang.
And those are space pirates that are allied with Silex, who we haven't seen a
Correct.
whole lot of.
Tanamar.
In Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what the bad blood here is about between Silex and the Galactic Federation.
Now on planet Tanamar in the Desolin system, another Federation research facility is being attacked. Galactic Federation HQ received their distress call and dispatched Samus, who is on a reconnaissance mission nearby. Huh. I wonder if that's related to what she was up to in Federation Force, because she was doing reconnaissance / intelligence missions in whatchamacallit? In Federation Force. So the planet Tanamar, I'm guessing that's what we see at the beginning of the game.
He doesn't like him, nor does not like Samus.
So yeah, he's got a deep grudge for Samus.
So getting to that, here's the first cutscene. So I won't talk too much.
Ooh, that's very reminiscent of the opening of Fusion. That background, that like look of space and just the panning.
Much over this, I'll let people kind of enjoy it.
Ooh. It does look really good.
I really like one of those ships, though.
That is a beautiful ship.
Oh, the music.
I'm
trying to remember where I've heard that part specifically.
Quick work with some of these ships.
Ooh, did she shoot down a fighter?
In on it.
Oh, we actually see her ship shooting stuff.
That's Samus's contribution to the air fray.
See, there's a lot of action
Ooh.
on the ground.
Not good for the Galactic Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to put up a fight.
Ooh, the golems.
They need some help.
It's like the golems in the... Is that what we see on Viros? Because there's something that looks sort of like that. It's like a giant mech of some sort. Also, I just want to take a look at these Marines again.
See, there's a...
Cool. It's a little different from their Prime 3 design.
A lot of action going on the ground.
But it's still cool. It's still really cool. I really like that. That's cool.
Not good for the Galactic Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to put up a fight, but it's not working too well. They need some help. It's pretty cool to see this, though. Oh.
Yeah, it's the Federation Force golems.
Samus to the rescue.
Nice.
Okay, we're about to get to gameplay here in just a moment. I love this scene so much. All right, let me get ready.
Her ship actually doing some fighting. Yes. I'm really hoping there are actually dogfighting scenes, or sections. I really hope that's the case. But even if we just get a cutscene like that, that's awesome. Here we go. So this is where you came in.
Some of you might see this area pretty familiar from the first trailer that we showed for Metroid Prime 4. But now we're going to see a little bit more.
Yes, of course, you're seeing Samus from the outside, but now we're about to go right behind the visor. And away we go. All right.
Oh! Okay, so that part of the music that I was like humming along, that I was trying to figure out where I had heard that before. Like, I knew it was Metroid, but I was like, where have I heard that specific part? Where I was like, that's I think that's Hall of the Elders, isn't it? Like, oh wait, no. Wait, no. No? Is that not it? No! Is it Ice Chapel, actually? Yeah, that's Ice Chapel. Okay. So, sorry, I just had to resolve that in my mind because I was like, I know, like, where have I heard that? Where have I heard that before? Anyway, sorry. I'll probably play that over this section right here.
But now we're about to go right behind the visor. And away we go. All right. So I'm going to kind of play a little slower so everybody can kind of just take it all in. But I see a space pad right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and not let that stand.
We can see that classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got, it's first person, you've got your reticle in the middle there, you can use that to lock on to enemies there.
Yeah, I'm still not going to try to take any hits. Though.
It's Samus, she's punching through.
Do it still. Oh.
See that? IGF Trooper? What does that mean? It's Samus, she's punching through.
I'm not going to try to take any
GF. That's the other bracket. I was like, IGF. What?
Oh, what you doing still? Oh. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do this. So one thing people should note, right now I'm playing with a split Joy-Con 2 style. So I have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand. And I'm going to change it up a little bit further we get into this.
But also you're playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So for anybody that is watching the stream, we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to see all the visuals in its...
The troopers are like, oh my gosh! Here comes the hero. Anyway,
very glorious, pristine, pretty graphics.
Hang on. Love the voice acting.
The visuals in its
And
very
she just like comes
pristine,
in.
pretty.
That shot of Sammy. Hold our position. Also, we get a nice clear shot of hold our position. The artifact is at risk. Okay, so that's what they were talking about in the clip that I've already seen.
Pretty graphics.
Samus, you made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact. Uploading coordinates now.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation...
Nice. You hear the... Oh, so with that triangular grid that we saw before, is that specifically when she's scanning? Like, so when you see that, on. Well, no, we kind of see it.
Ordnance now.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is trying to protect.
Also, like, you know, it's also look how tall she is, you know. I mean, this guy might just be short, but you know, it's like they're bringing back the old like over 6 feet, even without the suit, you know. But even so, you know, I mean, she's still tall, but like, you know, the way the suit is designed, like it looks like she's just in there, that she's not like only like her, you know, like her. It's not like her. Say this is her hand, right? And her suit hand is right here. It's not like that. It looks like her actual hand is like meeting where the other where it's at.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is trying to protect, and the space pirates led by Silex is trying to take. So Samus is going to try to recover that and defend, and make sure that the space pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area required.
Man, we got like just a full on like freaking like church choir going on with like some of these jingles now. Good grief. I mean, I know it's not going to look this good for like the Switch version, but still, like, it's still going to look great. Like, you know, it's still going to look great, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, and I know a lot of people are now like pretty outraged over like the Switch 2 prices and games and such, and so that is disappointing to hear. And mostly just like the thing that makes me more upset though is the blowback itself. Like, I'm not saying it's not undeserved exactly. It's just that doesn't. I feel like that doesn't give people license to actually be nasty. That's my hot take on it. Just kind of here.
Silex is trying to take, so Samus is going to try to recover that and defend, and make sure that the space pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area map acquired.
Now it is a little sad that so now we got like the actual proper jingle melody, like it's a lot more discernible, which is however, in something I liked about the jingle in the Prime games was that it sounded like it changed the tune a bit just because of the accompaniment. So it sounded like it went from that to which I like better personally. But anyway. But man, yeah. I'm loving this.
I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. So here's my current position, and I want to make it
UTO
all the way
research station.
To that big dome area.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the the dome. Mm-hmm.
To secure the artifact. Move around to see it's going to be right here.
Artifacto.
I am right here, so I'm going to make my way through.
And that's one of the cool things about this. It's got that, again, classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got your map and it's kind of in 3D and you can rotate it because like navigation and exploration is a big
Jeez, this music, man.
theme in this game and in the series.
Also different visors, so I just switched to my scan visor and I can scan this door here. It's going to give me access and a little bit additional information here. And this door here, it's going to give me access and a
full access to Federation base facilities granted.
Little bit additional information here.
It's pretty important too, just like learning more about the lore
Go get him, Tiger.
of this world. So scanning is very important. It's been in the Prime.
Scan and read everything. Large Federation container, size of standard container, usually used for storing and transporting smaller frame is similar to standard.
In the Metroid Prime series as well. So
Yes,
it's a great way to learn.
Way to get additional backstory.
Ooh, this room.
Also, it
Guns
gives
up,
all
everybody.
gameplay tips and even access to certain areas.
They're coming through the roof.
All right. The-
Yeah, that's funny. The dialogue. I love it. I mean, you know, the Federation troopers are still like kind of not the best fighters, you know. So it's funny.
Some of the people here, but they're getting attacked too much. All right, so I'm gonna play a little faster here. Just go it. I can even scan.
Ooh,
enemies.
got the bring back the scythe blades.
Get a little additional.
Alien morphology, space pirate, ruthless, brutal, and bellicose intergalactic marauder. This is one example of the diverse alien life forms that make up the space pirates. Oh, look at that. You know, because, you know, okay, so it's still doing alien morphology space pirate. But still, it's like in the other it's like in the Prime games, you know, it's just like creature or morphology space pirate, and it's like, okay, I mean, you know, the way I see it, it's like the space pirates, they go through so many mutations and stuff that it's like, you know, they've turned space pirate itself into a creature name. I mean, that's kind of how I just explain it away, right? But but now in this, it's actually like one example of the diverse alien life forms that make up the space pirates. Oh, would you look at that? That image of the space pirate you got. He's like impaling a marine. Ouch. Also, it kind of looks like they got some lights now on like their outfits. Pretty cool. Also, yeah, in the scene that I did see already, we got like a close shot of one of them, and it's like, yeah, they do have the antenna, so it's like they are like kind of calling back to the Prime 1 pirates, but also still giving them a sort of arthropod or like crustacean look. You know, they got the mandibles and all that.
Here, space pirate. You can see classic. All right, and now they're gonna go away.
They're pretty ruthless. So one of them came at you to shank you.
They had it coming.
Definitely. So anything else to scan? You can even check out here where it came down.
Oh, I think that was a girl's voice. So we got girl Marines now? Well, actually, we already had girl Marines, but we just never met any. Well, never talked to any. Like Angseth, for instance. Yeah, Angseth in Prime 2. Angseth, M, her first initial. She was like one of the Marines said like she was or like referred to Angseth as a she, so and it was Angseth who was all about like, you know, having something to prove and complaining that she was on monitor duty. It's like, this would never have happened to Samus Aran. It's like, okay, first of all, lady, you're not Samus Aran. But anyway.
So we have a dive spike.
Vehicle, dive spike. The cone-shaped chassis and thrusters enable direct insertion into fortified positions, while landing impacts are mitigated by energy conversion upon opening. So, right. So these are the pods that the pirates come down from. Let me just
Came
tear
at
some.
you to shank you.
They had it coming.
Definitely. So anything else to scan? You can even check out here where it came down. So we have a dive
It's like,
spike.
we got him. You sure about that?
Landing.
Yeah.
Spikes.
Okay. Things are looking good. I'm gonna make my way through.
Alpha Squad, we have suppressed a scouting party. Multiple friendlies wounded. Over. Gotta send this to Aiden. Hey, look, we found Alpha Squad. He's writing a series, and in the first one, a combatant squad. They're called Alpha Squad, but I mean it's a generic enough name to where it's like, you know. What would have been cool though is if they just threw in an Easter egg right there and they called themselves Squad Delta. Anyway, if you know, you know.
This door here.
There's some environmental stuff that you can
yes.
choose to break too.
Yeah.
You never know what's in the containers.
Alright, so here's our first major obstacle. So of course, I can...
The entirety of this, like, this theme is just going on. It's just, man. Also, yeah, that is the danger indicator, as people pointed out before.
enter into Morph Ball, and go under small objects. Or large
That was very
objects.
smooth.
You go into tiny cracks. I want to make my way through here. Engage in this fight.
Here we go. That, the music looped back around. Man, the Prime 4 pirate theme is so, like, crazy. It's like you guys are in big trouble. I mean, to be fair, I can see why, but man.
Large objects. You go into tiny cracks. I want to make my way through here. Engage in this big fight.
It's like an ATC.
Now some more space pirates, but we
got the golem.
Okay, so coming up next here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to... This is going to be a big battle after this scene. I'm actually going to switch from the controls I was just doing. I'm going to switch
There's
to
another
mouse
gal.
controls by putting the right Joy-Con 2 here on the surface, and I'm going to actually start playing like that.
So you can see Demetrius is locking on to the enemies with the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using
going
that,
mouse control.
Right with the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using that.
This is a proper war game now.
Right Joy-Con 2, the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using that right Joy-Con 2 to kind of fine-tune his aiming. You know, like maybe the enemies are a little, maybe you have to lead them a little bit, so you have to aim a little bit to one side or the other.
And I'm missing all over the place. A little bit of nerves. Oh, come on. There we go.
But it's really cool though that you're able to very seamlessly change between doing dual Joy-Con 2 and then
Yeah,
mouse
you see how
control, so you
quickly I can
choose-
turn to side. Now, if I teched my hand, it just picked it
Classic pirate sounds.
up off the surface. I'm actually
Excuse me.
to playing in the normal split Joy-Con mode, and
I really like how we see the golems, or the mech suits. The golem mech suits from like Federation Force seemingly, and yeah, look, and like you're playing Federation Force, and because of just the scale, like, of everything, you forget just how huge it all is. Like the average space pirate in that game is actually the size is actually about the size of an Omega pirate, and of course the Omega pirate is one of the hugest the hugest creatures you ever fight. And so by that metric, the golems themselves would also be gigantic. So, like, this is like what it would look like. Like, Samus is like so small, and like the mechs are so huge. Sorry, I'm so excited.
I'll once again put my hand back down on the surface. You see that little reticule pop up. You can see how fast I turn.
Yeah, the little tiny one in the middle.
Oh hey, it's like it's
This.
the Prime 2. It's the Prime 2 missile pickup.
You see how fast I turn.
Yeah, the little tiny one in the middle.
Are we good?
So
Are
I'll
we
keep
clear?
going like this.
Stay sharp. There could be more.
Fast I turn.
Yeah,
was
the
it?
little tiny one in the middle.
So I'll keep
Could be more on the way.
like this.
Keep our
So you
eyes
can
in the
just switch
sky.
that on
Good
the fly. All you
hunting,
have to do
Samus.
to activate the mouse, just put the mouse, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on the
Ooh,
surface.
look at that.
Correct.
Controls to just put the mouse, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on that surface.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
Do to activate the mouse controls to just put the mouse, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on that surface.
Vehicle, vehicle 565 PH Hellfire. Wow. Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin. Anyway, hellfire, dark fire. Anyway, sorry. Light combat and transport fighters for deploying dive spikes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, so this isn't actually... Yeah, that's a cool little, like, health thing over there or whatever. This isn't actually... That's not actually one of the fighters? Maybe? Maybe it is, actually. But like, there was, like, that other ship that you see a mech shoot down at the beginning. Like, is that what that was? Anyway, I don't remember.
This guy, I think he's pretty low on health, so...
Oh, so he wasn't already dead. Like in the first trailer, he's already dead when you scan him, but now he's actually alive beforehand.
Tell me, even in my visor. Yep, eternal.
Numerous injuries detected. The resulting internal organ failure and biofluid hemorrhage has reduced combat ability by 70%. Vitals severely deteriorated.
70%?
Here, finish him off. All right. Sorry, buddy.
All right,
Well, that's one of the cool
Collateral.
things too with the
Evil
scanning
laugh.
is that some scans you
Read everything. Duck cover grill cracked due to heavy impact. Any further damage will destroy.
need to do to advance in the story or activate certain mechanisms. But you can kind of decide how deep you want to go into the lore and like figuring out all the explanations of every
Alpha Squad heads up. Pirates are attempting breach on our position. I repeat, pirates are gonna blow the door. Do you copy?
element that you see in the game.
You can see this space is getting swarmed
Yeah, they're
with space pirates.
Coming in real fast.
I wonder if I've heard that
Hold the
voice
door
before.
here. Gonna make my way to them as fast as possible. Go past that room. Okay, there we go.
So there's the scientist moving.
Also, it kind of looks like they ditched the get the artifact into the hangar now. Okay, yeah, because in this scene before, which actually that looks like it right there, the thing that's in the logo too. Whatchamacallit. It kind of looked like, yeah, like they were trying to escort it or like move it someplace else, or they were trying to move something, something valuable somewhere else. Which this also looks, the holograms are different from last time.
Back there with the artifact.
The artifact back there.
Yep.
Putting up a pretty good fight. Coming up is going to be my first collectible here. It's going to be my energy tank. Going to require.
Okay, that sounds like the same jingle for the most part.
Coming up is going to be my first collectible here. It's going to be my energy tank. Going to require
It kind of sounds a little different, but for the most part, it's the same.
that. Okay. Let's go.
Also, yeah, I was gonna say something and then I didn't. It kind of looks like, yeah, they totally ditched the sort of like faux or the detachable arm cannon nature of the marine weapon. Like kind of in Prime 2, but mostly in Prime 3. And it's like they have what kind of looks like an arm cannon, but like it's not actually attached to the suit. Like they actually put their arm in it, and stuff. But yeah, it kind of looks like they ditched that entirely and just gave them like just completely external rifles or something like that, which, you know, makes them all the more look like Spartans. But oh well, what can you do?
Good. All
Upgrade.
You
right.
can see that at the top of the screen, the 99 there, that Samus's health, so adding another energy tank adds an additional set of 99 little energy units.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
Set of 99 little energy units.
A ball just comes in. It's Samus!
Adds an additional set of 99 little energy units.
Friendly, check your fire.
yeah, that's a good point. So looking at the screen
Ooh,
right
he
now,
was about
the
to do a
top left, you'll have the
strike.
tracking meter for all of the enemies. On the top right, you'll have the mini map.
Here we also
On the
get
bottom
to
right, you have
appreciate
the
the
missiles,
height of the pirates as well. I mean, you know, they're generally taller than Samus as it is, but now we're like seeing them, like we're seeing them and the troopers, the Federation troopers, side by side, which we don't. Also, yeah, there's the hologram of the artifact. We don't really see. We don't really see the pirates and the troopers standing side by side typically. I think the closest we've ever had that is this one moment in Prime 3. Well, actually, there are a few moments in Prime 3, but still, it's like they're not like that close to each other.
The total that you can hold is at the bottom. The total that you have in your inventory is at the top. And then on the bottom left is all of your weapons. And right now, all we have are missiles.
Universal Object Analyzer. Huh. Identifies or so are we adding more like lore, as it will, to how the scan visor works? Identifies and classifies unknown materials. Oh no, wait. Or is this what is being scanned? It's not saying what the scan visor is using to scan. It's saying what the scan visor is scanning. Identifies and classifies unknown materials, uses both radiation measurements and microfocus X-ray scans. Okay, my bad.
So here we're just identifying some unknown materials. If I go over here, I can scan this. Scan
Ooh,
that.
we're actually going to scan the holograms. Hologram of the Desolin system. Artifact detection location marked. Yeah, that's definitely the thing. And yeah, there's no doubt that's the thing in the logo.
Yeah. So to the left is the. So that's what you're seeing here. It's the marked. Okay. And we can even just.
You're not going to scan the other things?
More things
Oh, well.
here.
I want all the lore.
Eh.
And we can even just scan some more things here.
I want all the lore.
Force 2918 cooling device terminal regulates the cooling systems of the Force 2918 quantum computer.
Terminal. I
Ooh,
know.
quantum computers.
I know. There's so much. I could even say, oh, let's not scan the door yet. Let's scan these guys. Let's get a little bit of additional information.
Wait! Where's the... Hang on. Also, darn you, I can't read the...
Let's get a little bit of additional information.
Can't read the darn thing. Oh, hang on. Just switching to mobile. Because, mobile does have a feature. Galactic Federation troopers, standard Galactic Federation military personnel, equipped with a power armor suit and RT-6336 submachine gun. Heh, there we go. Like we're actually getting actually like a little more lore on what the weapons they're using. Like for the space pirates, we got some of that as well. yeah, for the space pirates, we got some of that as well, like the galvanic accelerator cannon or whatever, or whatnot.
Information about the Galactic Federation troopers, so we got that. All right.
So Isabella. Yes, Alex deserves better. People are Treehouse Live started playing at the 15-minute mark. Treehouse Live Nintendo. 50-minute mark.
I guess I'm calling him Bud. He's my favorite in this game.
These,
Hold up here. Get out of it. It's mine.
I like these because they drop chunks.
He's so.
You
Yeah.
Okay. Found it. I think.
all the explanations of every
Space pirate. First collect. Okay.
Bottom, the total that you have. Missiles, inventory is at the top. And then on the bottom left is all of your weapons. And right now, all we have are missiles.
So here we just identify this is the artifact. That's what some more things here. Even say, oh, let's not scan the door yet. Let's scan these guys. Let's get a little bit of additional information about the Galactic Federation troopers. So we got that. All right. So here's another good example of how the control methods work. So right now I'm going to switch back to the normal split styles you see here in my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the visor. I'm going to scan this door. And this is a Federation.
Use the lock-on ability on the central sensor to reveal your free aim sensor target. Shooting the free aim sensors will then unlock the gate. Oh.
Lock-on gate. So it uses a lock-on ability that's a little bit special here. So what I'm going to
So
do
motion
is
control?
switch back to my combat visor, hold ZL to lock on. And now I can use the right thumbstick or a little bit of motion sensor here, and I can kind of aim, and you see it's a little slow here. That's one way to do it. And now I'm going to try switching over to the mouse controls here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this door.
So while Dee's doing that, I just wanted to mention again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are streaming in 4K. So we are playing the game in quality mode, which supports 4K to 60 frames per second.
Correct.
There will be another mode, which is called performance mode, which will run at 120 frames per second at 1080p.
So you can kind of choose for yourself if you want to focus on the resolution and that image quality or the performance and like the high frame rate.
Smooth, buttery frame.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so that thing we saw was not like a bug on Viros. That was like a... Is this
And that image quality.
what are those called? What are those guys called? The things in Federation Force. A brute? No, what are they called? Darn it all. I'll just have to. But yeah, whatever those big old boys you're fighting. Actually, but even so, these are. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not, but. I mean, this is like a huge boy, like, you know, and I don't know if the pirates still have that supersized technology or not, but whatever it is, it reminds me of that. So this is what's standing between the troopers and Samus. in between the artifact and Samus for that matter.
Big buttery friend.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our first
Ooh.
boss, Avarax. And you're going to see something that is
Ooh,
going to be unique.
Avarax
We haven't really
boss.
seen before.
Oh no!
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
Oh.
Oh.
Unlike normally a Metroid, normally defeating an enemy right there on spot, this one is actually fusing or combining with this enemy, powering it up.
That is interesting. I don't think we've seen
What the-
before or it's fusing with other beings.
So it's fascinating.
I think you got your work cut out for you here to me.
Yeah.
No pressure, all the
Just
pressure.
grew a 4-pack.
All right, so I'm gonna lock.
Avarax.
Just get my bearings. So what?
Wait, so Carvax or something? There was something like that had a similar sounding name, which I think was on Viros. Is that the same sort of dealio, or is that different? I don't know.
What we're seeing here is there's gonna be a couple of weak spots. Ow.
Right.
Too slow there.
Classic.
No, I'm not gonna let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points. There's gonna be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw them at me, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Avarax can shield it.
Okay, so on the one hand, this is unusual. Like, on the one hand, we've never seen a Metroid do this before. This is very unusual. On the other hand, though, Silex is, duking things out, or is, using a lot of experimental technology, we reckon. So he's probably mutated the Metroids in some way.
With his arms, but
Metroids,
can also
Mocktroids.
put this kind of yellow shield.
So I guess this guy is not the same thing as that guy in Federation Force at all. Also, or those troopers. Also, I like how the health bars are right next to each other now. And they kind of symmetrically, or they kind of mirror each other a bit.
Over those areas as well, so you have to bide your time before you're able to shoot it.
It kind of shifts.
Shockwave, classic.
All of those weak points exposed to this.
Oh, how am I missing? Alright, I'm gonna shoot these. You can dodge them, but it's better to shoot them just to get some health back.
Gets health, yeah.
Or
They're
even
very slow.
Missile replenishment.
I love how the missile pickups are the Prime 2 missile pickups. Again, so much love Echoes is getting. I mean, in subtle ways and also not subtle ways, Which I guess the troopers having their weapon, their forearms, their right forearms aren't completely sealed or concealed with the arm cannon. I guess you could argue that's also sort of a nod to Echoes, but I don't know.
That'll be handy. But as you can see, you have to get the angle right, because shooting missiles, you can see the...
Okay, I just started getting paranoid that I wasn't recording.
deflect of the missiles,
Somehow.
going off.
There we go. Now it's going to open up the main weak spot here.
Oh.
Try to get as many shots off the hand. He's going to try to...
This reminds me of the Moganar
Hit
fight.
him in the belly.
The key technique there that Demetrius can use to dodge that attack is the strafing one, where if you're locked on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other.
Also got,
Some of those attacks.
the health is segmented. It's pretty cool.
Or you can get real up close. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
No,
Gives you a better idea of
so I'm trying not to
how much longer you actually got.
Pretty good shots here coming out. Oh! No.
You can see the Avarax's health bar there at the top too, so he's making some progress, but he's got a lot of
Yeah, he's a
health
pretty
here.
beefy boy.
Yeah, I gotta be very careful here. Oh, really? You're gonna block that when I was just about to shoot it?
Beefiest of boys.
Come on now.
It's like a giant bug man.
No.
Oh, chuked
Putting
ya.
up the-
Or
get too close.
like a
Oh,
giant
Yep.
That was
bipedal beetle.
He just wanted a
Bipedal
hug.
beetle. Tweedle beetle battle.
There you go. Well, I'm having a good lock on. Really putting up that shield.
Oh.
There.
Nice.
So those openings actually
Okay,
fire
let's
as
do
well.
this, get ready for it.
Kind of reminds me of the Aurora fight too.
Missile.
Oh.
So you got
Okay.
the space jump there.
Oh, wave shield now.
Do that again. This time I was prepared for it. That's gonna go up. Nope.
Ooh.
There.
And
Nice.
Wow.
under. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good here. Fire. All right. Things looking good. absorb that. So now we have some 4 weak spots, so I'm just going to be very careful here. Double jump with that, hit that. Oh, nice block! Oh, he's really putting up with a lot.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's getting a little too close. A little too close. No, I don't like that.
It's coming at you.
No, 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 no. No, you don't. Oh! Woo. All right.
You really do kind of have to throw the kitchen sink at this guy.
Yeah.
More fall, you gotta use the
tough.
double
He's
jump,
tough.
missiles.
Just throwing everything.
All right. You can lock on these too if you want, but I find it easier to just kind of openly shoot.
But you're not able to
The echoes,
target
missiles.
or lock on to Abrax's
Correct.
weak point. So
Oh,
there is that.
Oh shoot!
Nice.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
It's like a
Jump over. Let's center. Come.
kind of a Gandreda move there.
Looking good. Looking good. No, no, no.
Oh,
Whoop.
another one.
Careful.
Yeah, he really wants
Yeah,
to
he
give
really
you a hug.
does.
He's a huggy boy.
Come on, Sean. There we go.
missiles.
So like getting a bit of Moganar, getting a bit
Come on,
of
buddy.
It's okay. He's blocking now. I'm just
Aurora.
He's taking like a boxer stance there.
Yeah.
One more weakness spot.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I was
Nice.
Go. All right.
Oh, is this?
Open wide.
There you go. That's a good weak spot.
What are you gonna do?
There you go. There you go.
Okay, bottom through.
I wonder if you could
Fire missiles.
pop yourself
Yeah.
yourself in there.
Dodge, fire. Looking good. Jump up. Charge my shot. Lock on. Fire. Oh, miss.
And miss.
Oh,
There we
yay,
go.
you did it.
Ugh.
He's tough.
It's a
Gross.
tough boss battle.
Yeah.
You really have to gauge
Nice.
where to aim. And you can see it was all about kind of, finely tuned aiming there, which is a lot of fun.
The artifact.
Aha.
Ooh, there's the man himself.
Now?
And there's Silex. You know,
Hey,
oh,
buddy.
Metroid
This is the part I did
also
see.
Very curious.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out more about this interesting
That's cool.
alliance.
The whole shock coil.
You can see the battles going on back and forth.
Ooh,
This is
straight for
artifact.
the artifact.
You best not miss. We come up for Samus.
I think I was right because it cut off just after Silex got shot down. Yeah, best not miss when aiming for Samus. That's true. Yeah. I love how so and again this is sort of like a, and I think I mentioned this before, but like again this is sort of like a nod to Echoes, just the quick draw moment of like Samus and Silex, like the quick draw moment in Prime 2 of like the first duel between Samus and Dark Samus. And also Ravenbeak, there was that as well. But just also, yeah, the shock coil just unfolding or something like that. That's so cool. But what I really love about this is how
Interesting alliance.
both Samus and Silex are just ignoring the fighting going on between the troopers and the pirates, or the troopers on both sides for that matter, and they're just looking at they're just focused on each other. Let's get that. That's a cool shot. Hang on. Let me just. That is a cool shot. Yeah. And again, it is sad that
Artifact.
he gets whooped like that, but yeah, it cut off just after he got shot. So I think I was right. Like I'm guessing what happens because it mentioned something that I missed when I watched the View Roast trailer. Something I missed was a detail where the guy was like, she got unexpectedly transported to this planet, and I'm like, and I totally missed that part. And so when I saw that, he knocked over the artifact and it started to activate, I was like, wait, is this how it happens? Because I kind of figured that the encounter with Silex at the beginning had something to do with her being unexpectedly sent to Vuros. I just wasn't sure if like it was Silex who did that, or if maybe the Lamorne did that, or what. But let's see.
So you can see the artifact now was hit, and it caused it to react to that.
Yep. Oh.
Peculiar way. And
so that's how a mech. That's how a mech is on Vuros? Wait, so is now like we're gonna have pirates and marines and the creatures of Vuros and Silex and Samus all on Vuros, like, and the Lamorne, you know, like we're gonna have everybody on Vuros now. Is that what's going on?
that, folks, is
where we'll end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give you a sneak peek. We don't want.
Oh my gosh. Darn it all. Well. You just see that.
Jump. There's Silex. You know,
Yeah.
He has 2 Metroid with him, which is also very curious.
Yeah. I'm sure
He's
we'll
calling
find
them
out more
Metroids, not
about this
Mocktroids, but
interesting alliance.
even though they do look like Mocktroids, but maybe they're just changing up the design a little bit, or those are mutated Metroids. Also, yeah, that was yeah, we get a much closer shot of a much better look of what the space pirates, you know, look like anatomically.
You see the battles going on back and forth.
That's also a cool shot of Samus.
See the battles going on back and
Cool.
forth.
Ooh, straight for the artifact.
You best not miss what come up for Samus.
Or did he miss? There's food for thought.
So you can see the artifact now was hit, and it caused it to react to that. Very peculiar way.
Dang. Yeah, mostly I kind of got the old vibe of happiness. Maybe Silex even knows Samus is super dangerous, so maybe yes. But yeah, that's super intriguing. I loved every second of that. Even the part that kind of bothers me, which is Silex getting beat. Would have been cool. Would have been cooler, yeah, definitely, if like maybe they both missed, you know, and then but Silex still activated the thingy-mabobber, you know. But anywho, yeah, that's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm just looking forward to the game, you know. And I just love so, like, okay, you got the golems, and then you got kind of the classic pirate fighter brought back a little bit, and then Yeah, Silex coming in and just the quick draw moment, and you got the Echo's missile pickup, and I'm just loving it. Yeah. Unfortunately, maybe I am kidding myself. Like, it does actually bother me a bit that Silex got wrecked a little bit, but again, you know, Silex isn't Ravenbeak. He's not even Prime 3 Dark Samus, so, you know, let's stop pretending that he is. So, you know, he's cool. He's really cool. And he's dangerous. But he's not Prime 3 Dark Samus or Ravenbeak, so... you know. And that last thing I put in the Discord. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm onto something. Maybe he's fully aware he doesn't have that much of a chance against Samus, so maybe that was intentional what he did there. Who knows? But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and call it there. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and hope to see you all next time. Ciao.